Hello and welcome to another California Psychics live reading. I am your host and moderator today, Carson, and we are joined by our fantastic fan favorite psychic Chip. How are you doing today, Chip?
Hey, I'm doing pretty well, Carson. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic because it's another Monday live reading, and I see there's a bunch of questions in the chat already. So I'm going to give through a few bits of information real quick before we get started, if that's okay with you, Chip, and okay with our audience. All right. First of all, if you do see that promo code scrolling along the bottom of your screen, that is a $5 new customer package coupon that you can get for a one-on-one reading that you can use for a psychic of your choice on our website, californiapsychics.com. Once again, this is $5 credit for any psychic, not just Chip. But if you are wanting a one-on-one reading with him after you see a little preview of his abilities today, and let me tell you, spoiler alert, he's real good. You'll be able to find out his exact schedule later in the stream. But lastly, before we get started, we'll be answering some questions here in a few seconds. I do want to list off some ground rules for these questions. We will not be able to answer any legal or medical questions today. For medical, this includes treatments, medications, pregnancies. And for legal, this can include court cases, custody battles, and just general court decisions. If you do ask about another person, please make sure you just include their first name. This does allow Chip to connect faster and more accurately answer your question. But without any further ado, we are ready. If you are, Chip.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
All right. Our first one is going to be a love-oriented question from Christina. Hi, Chip. Do you see Dre and I being anything more than friends? Or do you see me with anyone else this year?
Okay. All right. So let me focus here for you, Christina, on Dre. The first thing I wanted to say is that I feel initially when I'm stepping into Dre's energy that there is an attraction that's there. I also feel a little bit held back. So Dre is holding himself back a bit. The thing I want to say is I don't see that it's so much about you. I think that there's actually something from his past. Like if I were to turn around in Dre's energy and look behind me, there's somebody from his past that has a tether to him. And so I'm not sure if you would know who this is or not. You may, but there's something there that makes his energy a little inconsistent, or it might feel like mixed signals, but you know that there's some sort of chemistry that's there. So I would say the jury's still out on Dre. I would just say it's not something that I feel like is like one of those overnight romance situations. However, there is a T name male. I don't know if I have like a Tremaine or Trey or TR name that I think comes in, I believe, by mid-November. And I feel that this person might actually kind of steal the spotlight away from Dre. Not to say that they won't still be in the picture, but I would look out for somebody new that's coming in for you. So you might actually have two people in your environment to make a decision about. So yeah.
All right. You got options there, Christina. Hopefully that reading resonated with you. Our next question is going to be one from Jaylene. I believe, my name is Jaylene. His name is Joel. Is there any chance of communication and fixing things between us? Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so right off the bat, I get a yes. So I do. I think that there's still, and I like that, J and J, Jaylene and Joel. And I feel like that might even be something that's kind of like a cute, endearing thing between the two of you. I do. I feel that there is. It feels like Joel needs a little bit of time and space. Really frustrating when you kind of know in your heart of hearts that there's something special that's there. Whatever the rift is, it feels like it might on the surface appear bigger than underneath it really is. So I would just say, everybody take a deep breath. The thing that's tricky about this is October has a few, and this is for everybody today, October has a few tricky astrological moments. The 14th and the 28th, there will be eclipses. Those are traditionally speaking, depending on your chart, those are going to be tough times for new beginnings, lots of endings that will create new beginnings. So buckle up for October. I'm not saying that there's nothing going to happen in October, but I would really look beyond, like, after you get past Halloween and everything. I think that's when you might see things lighten up a bit for you. That's the way they're showing it to me in my vision on the calendar. So hang in there with Joel. I think there's some more to go.
All right. And, November is already around the corner. I mean, we're already in October, and I'm still kind of
crazy.
in 2020. So here we are. Our next question is going to be from Dawn. Will things work out between Freddie and I?
Okay. So Dawn, I believe it's a yes, comma, but. So Spirit
Ooh.
is saying yes, comma, but. So it's a yes. I think things are workable here. And it's not just because I'm reading for you, Dawn. It's because it's the truth. I feel like there's some unreleased stuff that's in Freddie that I think is showing up like a block here. So I don't know if it's a short temper or just almost when I connect with your energy, it almost feels like he's committed to misunderstanding me. Sometimes is what it almost feels like. So there's a bit of a distance and there's this pattern. He kind of pulls back, and I don't like that for you. So I'm going to say, first of all, yes, I think that it is absolutely workable. But Freddie's free will decision here, it's got to be, I want to commit to work it out with you. And, relationships are not just a once commitment. It's like, you wake up every day and I'm going to commit. Yes, yes, on Tuesday. Yes, on Wednesday. Yes, on Thursday. So that's where I think with Freddie, it's not a no. So I don't want to discourage you. It's just, it's going to take some work, and Freddie's got to be willing to do that work alongside with you. It takes two here. So that's the only caveat I have, but I think that there's some light ahead for you too. So yeah, it can.
All right. Great reading there, Chip. All right. Our next one is going to be from YouTube. Daniel is asking, do you see a future between me and Jennifer? I see a lot of love questions today, so hopefully we get through as many as we can.
Yeah, love is in the air, isn't it? So I like Jennifer for you, Daniel. I like Jennifer for you. There's a mutual attraction. I would say Jennifer feels like she's on the tail end of some sort of entanglement. So I think the universe probably is getting ready to open up a door for the two of you. That being said, this shows up to me like a friendship that will blossom. It might even be something already where there's kind of some flirtation or like some sort of, casual thing that will develop and evolve over time. Again, this isn't like one of those overnight things. So I'm already starting to see Carson the theme in some of these readings. But for you, Daniel, I feel like there's also somebody else that's coming in as well. And the interesting thing here is I think that that's going to spur on Jennifer. I think she's going to see that and maybe even feel you pull back a little bit with the new energy that's coming in. That will be before the holidays, I think. May even be on Halloween because they're showing me pumpkins. So just look out. I don't know if you have plans for Halloween. Jennifer may even see the two of you together interacting. So something interesting like that is going to happen. But yeah, I think that there is absolutely a window for you and Jennifer. It's going to be like a stair step thing though. So yeah.
All right. Our next one is going to be a career related question from Bree. Do you think, Chip, that social media and marketing is the right career for me? Also, when I have kids someday, could you see me being a stay-at-home mom? Maybe on the next one, but yeah.
Yeah. So Bree, right off the bat, yes, you have a lot of creative energy in your aura around you. So I'm not seeing you right in front of me, but in my vision, I see a lot of creative energy in your aura. So it would be really cool for you to go get an aura picture taken and to see that for yourself the way that I'm seeing it. So first of all, yes, I love social media and marketing for you. That's the perfect, it's one of the perfect avenues for you to exercise that creative energy. It's not the only one, but it's a really, really strong one for you. And I don't know if you have an idea of being like an influencer or getting into that space, if that's where you want to go with this, or you want to more so like work behind the scenes with a company. But I'm even seeing like influencer opportunities for you. So yeah, you're absolutely headed in the right direction. I can't read on pregnancy, but what I would say is in the event that you do have kids, I absolutely think that you would be able to work from home. I mean, this is a work from home type of environment that I'm seeing for you career wise. So yeah, you absolutely following your intuition and on the right path. I like it.
All right. And I see a bunch of questions talking about their relationships. And I do want to stress out that if you do have a question about another person, so maybe your ex or maybe your current partner, please at least just include their first name. It allows Chip to connect faster and more just accurately answer your question. And we want to give as many chances and opportunities to get your question answered today. But real quick, if you have been enjoying Chip's reading style, little preview of his abilities, then you're going to love getting a one-on-one reading with him. And you can do so on CaliforniaPsychics.com. Whenever you click the link in the description of the live stream you're reading, you'll be able to pull up his page, his little profile on our website, and you'll be able to send an offline message, which is like a little DM. You can book an appointment. You can check out his hours. But Chip, for those who just want to hear you say it, what is the next time you're going to be online?
Yeah, so I typically am on by 11 Central Time, 11 a.m. Central Time, and then I am off by about 5 or 6 o'clock. But I do check my offline messages. I work through them as best as I can to get to them within that 24-hour period. I'm not able to get to them when I'm off, when I'm not scheduled, but typically Monday through Friday, 11 to 5 Central Time. You're going to see some breaks there, but I'm on for the most part, and would be happy to take offline messages as well. And I do offer appointments, like Carson said. So if you want to guarantee a particular time slot, yeah.
And you could find, again, most of that information all on Psychic Chip's profile. Once again, the link in the description of the live stream you're watching right at the moment. Click that, pull up all that info. But we have a lot more questions to get through, and I want to give as many opportunities to get them answered today. Our next one is going to be from Brittany, who is asking, do you feel I will be in a long-term relationship with Brian, or do you see somebody else coming in? He is a Cancer, and I am an Aries, if that helps.
Okay. Brittany, I like Brian. I like Brian for you. I just want to say this. I think that this is, and I'm not just saying this because the other readings have said this, I think there's actually somebody also on the other side of Brian for you as well. So this is not surprising to me because it feels like you're in this expansive mode. And I'm not saying Brian can't walk that journey with you. I'm just feeling, boy, you have big energy, you have big goals, you have a lot on your mind, you have a lot of things that you came here on the planet to do. You have some healing energy around you. I love your energy. Brian loves your energy too, my friend. He does. But the thing that I'm seeing here is it's like, it almost feels like you can almost overshadow him a little bit just because you have such a bright light. Brian loves you. Brian likes you a lot. I'm seeing there might be somebody else on the other side of him. Look out for, they're showing me D and S. So I don't know if those are the initials, D and S, like it could be a Daniel something or other or whatever, but D and S. I don't know what that is, but D and S, look out for that with the new person. And I feel like by the time we get to, they're showing me St. Patrick's Day of next year, you're going to have already made a decision here. And it very well could be with Brian. So yeah, I don't dislike him for you. You just might feel some frustration from time to time as you're really kind of on the way up the mountain here. So just look out for that and being open-minded to other soulmates that are coming in as well.
All right. Hopefully that resonated with you, Brittany. Our next one is going to be from YouTube. June is asking, can you see Matt coming back to me? Thank you for your time.
Okay. I'm looking here, June. I feel it's open. It's open for Matt. I know Matt thinks of you because I feel his energy connected with you. Matt seems to be going through like some sort of dark night of the soul here, and these things can take time. And I just want to level with you that it could take some time. I also feel in your own way, you're kind of going through that as well. So this has an interesting mirror image for me. And it's a lot of times what I see in readings with twin flames. So I might want to do more one-on-one time with you, or like even an offline message so I can sit with it longer, just out of respect for everybody that has questions. So I'm going to say, yes, I do think that there's an opening here for the two of you, but I want to walk you through a few things Spirit's showing me that might be stumbling blocks on the path to that, because I don't want you to be in an energy of waiting. That's going to push it out. So I don't want you to be there. But the answer is yes. I do think Matt can come back. He's got a lot of stuff that he's working through that's on his plate right now. A little bit of patience, but I think that you'll see an opening. Probably, yeah. It feels like it's probably into next year is the way I'm seeing it right now.
All right. And if you did want to connect with Chip on a different time, June, once again, you can click the link in the description of the live stream you're watching. You'll pull up Chip's profile. You can either schedule a phone call or send a real quick offline message. It's like a text. So our next one is going to be from Catherine, who is asking, I want to know if my ex and I will get back together. His name is Cameron and mine is Catherine. Thank you.
Wow, that's so interesting. Lots of like CNCs, J&Js. Yeah. I boy, when I look backward at the energy with you and Cameron, it feels like you guys get on well. I mean, it's explosive, it's beautiful. It's like you two, not to say you don't have some friction and some arguments from here or there. Everybody in a relationship does, right? But the two of you you go together. I like that blend of energy. Interestingly, and I don't typically need birthdays, but I am seeing here that he's a little bit older than you. Interestingly, his maturity level is kind of, I almost place you a little ahead of him. And so he's kind of in this phase where I think he's trying to figure out what he wants, and he knows what he had with you was great. So I think that at the end of the day, I do see the two of you having the opportunity to come back together, but he's kind of trying to figure it out right now. And if it is somebody that you can be patient with, I think that you'll see the opening for the two of you to reconnect. Just in some of these instances, it takes some time, but you keep focusing on you because that will make it go faster, and you'll be happier along the way. So you're not supposed to suffer along the way to this. So yeah, I like the two of you together, my friend. So I can absolutely see why you have that question, because there's a nice connection that's there.
All right, and hopefully that one resonated with you, Catherine. Sorry, I had a little distraction there. Yasmin is asking for our next question. I just went up through a breakup, and Danny, my boyfriend, will not say why he wanted to break up. My question is, can you see why he wanted to break up, and is this something that's only temporary?
Okay. Yasmin, I'm feeling there's somebody from Danny's past that has thrown a wrench in this for you two. And I'm going to say is acting almost like a distraction. There is some sort of connection between the two of them. So I'm not saying that it's a nothing thing. However, I think that the purer of the two connections is you two. I'm also frustrated for you and feeling a little protective of you. Your guides are a little protective of you here because he's not communicating. And that's a no-no. I mean, there is no relationship without communication. So Danny's got some growth to do. My sense is if he were to choose to go the path of this other person, he's going to be sorely disappointed. I actually feel that there's something I think probably within a couple weeks here, you're going to have some clarity about this. So I don't see you sitting out there on an island without some sort of communication. I think that you'll have some clarity about this, and that bit may be short-lived. So I would look out for Danny to reconnect with you, but there's some explaining to do on Danny's part, isn't there, Yasmin? So just follow your intuition, and I think you guys will be able to get to the heart of the matter.
Sorry. I'm looking at a different question. I think I'm going to pick this one as well. Jay is asking, hey, it's Jody, the hot gym guy with a major crush on me. You might recognize this. If I gave him a chance, could that be a true love connection? Also, will I bump into him on the weekend? Thanks.
Interesting. There is definitely some sort of weekend synchronicity that's going to happen. I don't know that it's going to be a planned thing, but it does feel like it's kind of serendipitous. So I would leave that would open. It could be this weekend, but I'm feeling like a stronger light around the later part of the month for some reason. So take that with a grain of salt, but it does show up as like some sort of visual, and I see you seeing each other. So that's interesting. Yeah, if you give this guy a shot, I think he could really surprise you. He has a nice energy about him. I think, this might be one of those connections where you feel a little unsettled because you're like, gosh, is he looking and talking to other people? Like when I connect with your energy down the road, you're kind of it's almost a little paranoia. So just really check in with yourself on that. And like I was saying to the past person that I read for, it's like keep that open line of communication. Without communication, there is no relationship, right? So have some vulnerability there and just share if there's things that feel off or inconsistent, because it does feel like this person and you were, it's like a destiny connection, right? And the universe, you guys can see this, will open any door to connect you to soulmates and connections. So like if it's at the gym, it's at the gym. If it's work, it's work. If it's high school sweethearts, so be it, right? So this is a creative way the universe has brought the two of you together. I say see where it goes. I like it.
All right. And I see a lot of general kind of questions in the chat as well. I do want to remind everybody that we will have time at the end to Chip, did you bring your tarot cards this time around?
I have them,
okay.
Yeah.
The last 15 minutes of today's live stream, we will be pulling tarot cards. We will be able to get through a lot more questions if we haven't gotten to yours already by then. And that one is also the prime time to answer or ask some general questions. And also, if you do want to just kind of ask those with Chip on your own, make sure you go to californiapsychics.com. You can go ahead and schedule a reading with him, send an offline message. But the reason why I'm also stressing that is because I want to get through as many questions as we possibly can today. So if you do have a specific question, make sure you go ahead and put it in the chat. We'll try to get to you. Our next one is from Justin. Hey, Chip, Samantha and I are back together. We just spent the weekend together and it was amazing. How does she feel about it and us?
She feels as great as you feel right off the bat. And this is interesting because I feel like if you and I had read on this in the past, you would have been like, gosh, are we going to actually do this thing? Is it going to happen? It's kind of one of those, you could sit in the energy of waiting on it. And I feel like you did a lot of introspection and a lot of, the two of you both, you needed a little bit of time apart. Here you go. Now you come back together. I like it. I think this has the potential to go the distance if you two keep the lines of communication open, honor and respect each other's boundaries. I think anytime you have that, spirit's just giving it to me like this, so I just pass it along to you. Anytime you have a fear that, there's a distance or she's pulling back, it's more about look for the pattern. Is there a pattern of her not responding to your messages or, ghosting on you or ditching? Once you see a pattern, spirit's saying, then, you can open up the lines of communication about that. But I don't want to get you in there and sabotage this thing by jumping, the first time you might not get a response back within 24 hours and be like, oh my gosh, I thought we were back together. So they're just wanting to protect you because this is a really beautiful connection. So I actually think you and Samantha have a lot more to go. And I love to see love. I love that in a reading. So,
all right. Hopefully that resonates with you, Justin. Our next one is actually going to be coming from, you may recognize this person. Love you, Chip. It's Shanice. And I want to know when or if you see marriage between Shomari and I.
Yes. Shanice. Oh gosh. Beautiful energy you have. And as well as Shamari. Yeah, I actually feel like this is one of those connections that you're going to have a real clear sense, like the second half of next year, they're showing me there's going to be, it's like the sky's the limit kind of deal. There's some things to work out in the first 6 months. And I think you kind of know that, like there's some little growth edges and there's some things that the two of you kind of have to figure out. And there's even some distance between the two of you, I see. So it's like, how are we going to navigate this? And I think once we get sort of those kind of administrative issues out of the way, man, I'll tell you, I really feel like it's going to be within 12 months that the two of you will have an engagement. So I would look for that probably in the later part of next year. Boy, the energy is just explosive between the two of you. And I know you feel it. So it's beautiful. I love it. Yeah.
Okay. Our next one is going to be a career related question. One from Taina. Thank you for that pronunciation help, by the way. She says she is currently in the process of applying to a doctorate program. It's very stressful, yet hopeful that she is hopeful and excited for the future. We're excited with you. Do you see me getting accepted into the doctorate program? Thank you.
Yeah, they're showing me, so Taina, they're actually showing me 2. So I don't know if that's like your top 2 choices, or it's like maybe the second of your top 2. I don't know, but they're showing me 2. Um, I like the energy here. You're on the right path. So first of all, I want to say yes, you're going to get accepted. Absolutely, right off the bat is a big yes. And be open to surprises. Be open to surprises. They're saying that there are some like brand name labels out there, some big name schools and things, but there's also a few that they might sneak up on you, and they're saying don't sleep on them because there's a really nice energy there. I see there's a female that's going to be a really important mentor for you in one of these. So I don't know if you would already know about that. I don't know if that's why they're telling me, like if it's a professor or somebody that's really interested or interacted with you. Look out for a strong mentor, feminine energy that's going to be very, very helpful for you along the path. Yeah, once again, I'm going to use that phrase again. Sky's the limit here. And I love to see it when people are on their path and following their intuition. So it's a big yes. You got some acceptance letters coming in, and I hope you'll keep me posted when those come in so I can celebrate with you.
All right. Another career-related question. If you've already got the ball rolling, Chip. Another one from Michelle. My company was just bought out by another company. Can you see the kind of financial and career implications and future from this?
Yeah. Okay. Michelle, they're showing me 8. So this could be within 8 months or by August of next year. I think that you might begin exploring other opportunities outside of where you're at currently, but I don't see anything. I don't see a rupture. Like I don't see anything that makes me go, oh, red flag, Michelle, we need to get you out there and applying other places. Now, of course, you take everything a reader says with a grain of salt. You follow your intuition first and foremost. So if you feel compelled to start doing that, maybe that's a part of it, right? You start now, and then by August, the doors open somewhere. But I think you're going to be okay for a bit here. So you're in good shape, I feel. Um, Something about the energy of the emerging group makes me feel like things could feel wobbly for you, and you might just want to get out of there and start fresh somewhere. So I'm not sure if you're already feeling that way, or you may be intuitively kind of predicting that it might get to that point. So I think you're okay. I think you'll leave on your terms. That's how they're showing it to me.
All right. And hopefully that one resonated with you, Michelle. Our next one is going to go back to love with Nancy. Will Gil and I get together for a long-term relationship, or do you see Gary and I, the 2 G's?
Gosh, yeah. So there's that double energy again. Okay, G and G. Whew. Okay, so a few things, and I don't want to throw any confusing wrenches in here for you, Nancy, because it sounds like you've got a lot, a lot going on as it is, my friend. First of all, congratulations that you're in a place where you have 2 people that are interested and connected with you, and you're having to make a decision. That's a good sign for your energy. I think there's somebody new. I think there's a third person, and this person will emerge probably within the first quarter of next year. They keep showing me Aquarius in my vision, so I don't know if that means that this person is an Aquarius or it will be during Aquarius season, which would be kind of like, end of January going into February. So if you keep up with your astrology, but I don't dislike either Gil or Gary for you. I think that it's absolutely workable with one or the other. You can work this out with both of them. Part of me connects with your soul and says, but geez, it's a lot of work. It's like, gosh, am I really happy with either one of these 2? So I'm for some reason pulled towards Gil. I think that person probably edges Gary here just a little bit if I had to rank the 2. So I don't dislike them. I just think there's somebody even more a match to you. So take it day by day, stay in the present. I like I said, I don't dislike Gil, but I would just keep your options open because I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised beginning of next year.
All right. And our fingers crossed. Our fingers are crossed for you too, Nancy.
Yeah.
Our next one is going to be from YouTube. It's Honey Bunny. I actually do recognize this name. Very unique. Good evening to you, Chip. Will Rashid, a Cancer, ask me, a Taurus, to marry him? Do we possibly live together? And if so, can you see when?
All right. Okay. All right, so let me feel into Rashid's energy here. I, boy, I'll tell you, I really like Rashid's energy. Very, just like a big woof of just warmth that I get here. So I feel a big love, a big heart that's here. I absolutely do feel that there is long-term potential and commitment that's here. Um, I don't want to discourage you with any timelines or anything like that, but I'm seeing a ring. So first of all, I think that, traditional marriage, if that's what you're looking for here, is absolutely in the cards for you, and Rashid. But boy, I'm just really drawn to Rashid's energy. And so I can absolutely see why you're drawn to Rashid's energy and asking about him. Something the two of you have is really special. And there's past life stuff as well. You might even feel like you know him, and he might even feel like he knows you. So really something special here, and the two of you are meant to be together to bring about more light and love and healing on the planet, more awareness. So yeah, I absolutely feel good about this for you. The win part, I typically in a reading I go up to a year and a half, and if it's beyond that, I give or take, but I'm thinking that this could be within the next couple of years. It could absolutely be sooner. Like I said, I don't want to discourage you. It absolutely could be sooner, but you may find, I don't know if one of you travels or has something big going on with a career, but there may be some sort of big career moment that creates a little bit of a delay, not a delay, but like 6 to 8 months here where it's sort of like, okay, let's figure this out. So I'm not sure if that's you. I'm leaning towards you, maybe. Yeah, it's absolutely in the cards for you too. Beautiful energy. I love it.
All right. And now that we're about halfway through, I want to get through this real quick so we can get through more questions. First of all, in about 10 minutes, we're going to start answering questions through Tarot. That'll let us get through the last 15 minutes of today's live reading and, or I guess, allow us to answer many more questions during that last 15 minutes is what I meant to say. So make sure you stick around. And if you haven't gotten your question yet, you might have a chance to do so during that last 15 minutes. Also, if you notice how easy it is to listen to Chip and how easy it is to listen to him whenever he's given his answers, you're going to love it whenever you go to californiapsychics.com. If you click the link in the description of the live stream you're watching right now, you'll be able to pull up Psychic Chip's profile. You'll be able to book an appointment with him, see his hours, send him an offline message, which is just like a DM or a comment. So real easy. But Chip, for those who just want to hear you say it, what are your regular hours looking like, and when's the next time you'll be online?
Yeah, so I'm on all this week. I typically am on Monday through Friday. Occasionally, we'll be on a few Sundays. Happy to accommodate when possible if anybody has any special appointment requests through customer service. Typically 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time with some breaks in between. I do offer appointments, so if you can't get in queue, book me with an appointment. Be happy to meet with you one-on-one there, or send me an offline message like Carson said. I'd be happy to read those. So
all right. We got a few more questions to get through today, but I also want to remind everybody, if you see that promo code scrolling along the bottom, if you use that code as a new customer, you will receive $5 off your first customer package and to get $5 off your first reading with us. Once again, californiapsychics.com. All right. We have another question, and I see one really good from Amanda. I was wondering if you could tell me if I will find love soon. Is it somebody new or somebody in my life? My current person of interest is Steve, and who isn't talking in the moment. So I was just wondering if I should keep my options open. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Amanda Ann. Okay. The first thing as Carson started reading the question, Amanda, that I heard was April. So I think that you have somebody absolutely coming in. It's between now and then. When I connect with Steve, I want to be candid here with you, my friend. I feel an immense heaviness over him, and it's like I'm weighed down. And there's a lot of healing energy in you. So I know that you're pulled towards him because you feel him down and lower energy, and that's just innately part of who you are, is you want to help and kind of lift people up. But people can only accept the love they believe they deserve, my friend. And right now, Steve is really battling some internal demons. And I say just find a way to be at peace with just accepting what is right now. I don't think you've heard the last of him, but I would say right now he's just really stuck. And people can stay in that stuck place for some time, and I don't want you to suffer along the way. So either Steve will pop back in by April, or you have somebody new coming in and they're actually not showing me. So I would say keep your options open. Um, so yeah, I would just say keep your options open. That's where I want to leave it. But I feel very, very positive about you and whoever this person, the lucky person is that gets your hand. So yeah, keep a positive mindset as well. This could happen before then. It's just saying bye then.
All right. Our next one is going to be from Chrissy, and hopefully, Amanda, that answer resonated with you. Chrissy is asking, will Joel and I ever turn this connection into a committed relationship, or will we stay a situationship forever? That's the second Joel today, also.
Yeah, second Joel. Yeah, lots of synchronicities. Okay. Chrissy, I feel, boy, I'll tell you, with all due respect to Joel, he needs a good kick in the rear. So there's something about the present energy, the present dynamic where Joel is very, very comfortable. I even actually feel like he's taking you for granted. There's a complacency that's here. And again, once you become a client of mine, I get protective and I always want to shoot you straight because that's the kindest thing that a reader can do. And I just want to tell you, I feel Joel could stay in this pattern for a while. And it's not because of you. It's because of some unresolved and unworked things that's going on in him. Now, that being said, I think that it's something where if there's some distance that can be created and you make it hard on Joel, and I'm not saying play a game, I'm just saying take care of you because it feels like you're being dragged down with him with this kind of on again, off again, as you say, situationship. That's a good word for it. So I would say I think that there's got to be, because here's the thing: it takes two to make a pattern. It only takes one to break it. So I think for you, if you can look out for you, Chrissy, create some distance, take a step back, come up with some, a couple weeks, 4 weeks, give yourself a month, and just say, Joel, I need some time to figure this out. I think you might see him kind of wake up a little bit. And here's the thing: the worst thing that could happen is he doesn't, and you see that the pattern's never going to change. But what I am seeing for absolutely certain, I will put my name to this, is that nothing's going to change here if nothing changes. So Spirit's advice is to really sit with that and maybe take a step back here, create some distance. And absence does make the heart grow fonder. I think you might see Joel step it up. Yeah.
Awesome answer. Now, I just want to ask Chip, are you well versed in numerology? Because I do see, or just a numerology question, if you were able to answer it.
Yeah, I can do numerology. Absolutely.
Okay. Audra is asking, I keep seeing angel numbers. Please tell me what they are trying to tell me. And I also want, if you could very quickly just explain, just because I think this is information that'll be useful for everybody in case they're actually seeing messages that they're not, I guess, registering,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if you don't train and work the ability that all of you watching have to be able to connect to the spirit world, then the spirit world will get through to you however they can. They typically don't write messages in the clouds, right? So they communicate to us how they can through energy, through numbers. Numbers have meanings. One, for example, is the number of new beginnings. Everything starts with one. Two is the number about relationships, right? A partnership. So each number has a meaning in connection, like repeated numbers. 222. For me, 222 is typically a sign about new friendships, new relationships coming in. 1111 would be an awakening number. It means that there's some sort of spiritual awakening that's going on, that your guides and your angels are surrounding you, helping you on your spiritual path to expand and to grow. 555 is the number of universal change. Can be a little uncomfortable at first, but you always feel better and you look back on it like, gosh, I'm glad that happened. So those are all things that spirit can be signaling to you that are coming forward for you, and they're kind of maybe heralding that there's some things coming. So yeah, I'd be interested to know what the numbers are, and we can even connect, on an offline message or something, since this is kind of a quick and short one. And I can tell you what I'm picking up about them. But yeah, you have some guides that are trying to connect with you, and you also have a female. This may be a grandmother or a mother figure that is also giving you numbers. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you.
Awesome. And I think this is a good point to switch over to our tarot section because I see a lot more questions in the chat and I want to get through as many as we possibly can today. And I think while we wait for those tarot questions to get in through the chat, I will go ahead and shout out, as Chip mentioned, you could go ahead and reach Chip if you want to ask a follow-up question, Audra, about those angel numbers. If you click the link in the description of the live stream you're watching, you'll pull up Psychic Chip's profile on www.californiapsychics.com. That's our website, and that's where you'll be able to reach Psychic Chip. You'll be able to book an appointment with him. You'll be able to schedule, just see if he's online and hop on a phone call, or send that offline message, just like a little comment or a DM. Nobody else will see it, just him. But Chip, for those who want to hear you say it, what are your regular hours in the next time you're going to be online?
Yeah, so I'm back online tomorrow. I typically am on Monday through Friday, 11 to 5 Central Time, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. with some breaks. And I do read my offline messages and answer those to the best of my ability. Sometimes I get influx and I may not be able to get it to within that first 24 hours, but I absolutely will get to them. And yeah, so I do offer appointments as well if you're not able to get in queue for whatever reason, and I'll be able to talk to you one-on-one through an appointment as well.
All right. And our first tarot question is going to come from Christy, who is asking for a career card, please.
Okay. Oh, wow. Beautiful card. Ace of Swords, my friend. Something new is coming your way. Also could symbolize that you're going to be cutting through to the truth about whatever confusion or lack of clarity you might be having now. But my intuition is telling me you have a new opportunity and some communication about a new opportunity that's coming through. So very exciting.
All right. Our next quick one is going to be for Trinity from YouTube, who is asking for a love card, please.
Oh, all right. Trinity, we have the World card. What a beautiful card. Recently, I've been seeing this symbolize that you have somebody that you have unfinished business to reach some sort of completion with. So this could be that somebody is coming back into your world. The World card could represent that somebody that has a soulmate connection with you is coming in. So I absolutely think this is a beautiful, positive card for you to have. It's one of the big ones any reader will tell you that shows up in the tarot. In some occasions, it could represent somebody that's from an international country, my friend. So I'm not sure if you're from the States or what, but you may have somebody that's from another country that has a love connection with you that's coming in. But yeah, absolutely positive energy. So if you don't have somebody in your world right now, you will. And if you have somebody in your world, then look for it to advance to the next level.
All right. And our next one is going to be from Jess. I picked this one because it's got a little bit of compliment. Loving the glass ball that you have behind you, Chip. Feeling like my guides have been trying to tell me something lately. So I would love a general card to see what that comes about.
Okay. All right, Jess. Thank you very much. My soda light crystal ball behind me. Yes, it's one of my favorites. So the card that actually comes up is a Three of Swords. So this card could represent some sort of past heartbreak or some sort of separation that might be creating some suffering in your energy. The good news is that there's always a new beginning on the other side of this. There's peace and essentially this could be something that they're trying to push you, just if you're on step 9 of 10 on a healing process with something, they might be trying to push you just to that 10 out of 10 because you have some beautiful things coming on the other side of this. So if this is a romantic breakup or some sort of loss that you've experienced, some sort of separation that you've experienced, just know that there is hope on the other side of it. And I think that's what your guides are showing me with that card. And yeah, so, and be happy to dive into that deeper with you too, so Jess, if you like.
Amazing. Our next one is going to be from Amber, who's just asking very simply for a love card.
All right. Ooh, Amber. Okay. So you have a gentleman that's stepping forward. He shows up as the Emperor. This is the divine masculine archetype in the tarot. This person could be a little bit older than you. I feel that they're going to be very mature and seasoned, and this is a love connection. This is a man that's stepping forward for you. So yeah, I would absolutely look for that. Also, the number 4, right? So this person could be in Aries, or it could be within 4. So 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, or the 4th month, which would be April.
Amazing. Our next one is going to be from T, who is asking for a love card. reading.
Okay, will love be coming to me this year or in the new year? Oh, wow. Well, you have the Judgment card, T. A lot of times I see this as a renewal card, which could indicate that somebody that you have a soulmate connection with from your past is coming back in, or it could be somebody that you have a love connection with, soulmate as well, but like maybe from the past life. So it's a renewal card. It means that this love that is coming your way, and it's an absolute yes that you have love coming your way, will feel like a rebirth. You're going to be loved in a way that you never knew you could be. So very optimistic forecast here with the Judgment card.
Hopefully that card resonates with you, T. A great reading there. Our next one is going to be from Linda, who you may know this is a follow-up. Linda is finally working, but she's asking for a finance card.
Okay. All right. Wow. All right. Well, you actually had two cards that popped up. So you have the Six of Cups and the Temperance card. So here's my belief around the Temperance card. The Temperance card is literally about, it is a patience card, but it heralds that the middle path is the best path. So no extremes, no jumping into bankruptcy, and no overspending, right? There's some middle ground here that there's wisdom in for you. The Six of Cups says that you are going to be going back to a time in your life where you had financial abundance and stability. So these are beautiful cards. The Temperance card also, as you can see, pictures an angel. So that means that your angels and guides are absolutely guiding you through this. So congratulations. I'm so excited for you. Your patience and the patience of a saint that has paid off, my friend. So congratulations.
We just went over the Temperance card in our last Tarot Thursday on Instagram last Thursday. We will be live again this Thursday at 10 a.m. PT. We will shout this out on our Instagram profile on Wednesday. So make sure to tune in with Psychic Marin. But yes, I managed to learn a lot of that in our last session, and it was a lot of fun. So if anybody's interested as well for just a very, very quick Tarot, I guess, insight, those are the times to do it. But
we knew it was coming, Linda. So that's wonderful. We knew it was coming. So
I was going to say, and if you are wanting a more in-depth reading, make sure you give Chip a call or send a message through offline DM. Again, click the link in the description of the live stream you're watching right now. We got a few more questions, and I want to shout out Chip a few more times before then. Next one, though, is going to be from Krista, who's asking for a general card.
Okay, Krista. Ooh, Page of Cups. So this is somebody that is going to be coming into your world. This could be somebody that's going to be a love interest. Typically, people who are Page of Cups means that you're going to be having a lot of romance and passion, and there's also probably a creative energy that's around this person that you could look out for if that matches what you're looking for. Page of Cups could also feel like an offer. So if this is something more along like career lines, the Page of Cups could be like a beautiful start to something new, a new project, new job. So however that applies to you, I know you're asking for it generally. So yeah, and if you want to dive deeper into it, shoot me a message, Krista. So yeah.
Amazing. Our next one is going to be from Robin, who is asking for a love card.
All right. Robin, you have the Queen of Swords, which undoubtedly represents you, my friend. The Queen of Swords is, I typically like to call this like my Viola Davis card. Really strong, divine feminine energy. She knows her worth. She got to the throne by knowing her worth, setting boundaries, communicating clearly, kind of no ands, ifs, or buts about what works for her and what doesn't work for her. So when it comes to love, that's the answer that we're looking for you, is to be able to speak your truth, to ask for what you want, to stand up for what works for you. And if you're not getting what doesn't work for you, to honor those boundaries and move on to somebody that is going to be able to. So yeah, I feel that this is a good sign that you got some positive things coming. So keep embracing that Queen of Swords energy, my friend, because you are a queen.
That is very, very true. You give the best advice, Chip. That was very, 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 very useful for anybody to take away. Our next one is from Papo, a love card, and a compliment to the both of us, loving our smiles. So
thank you, Papo. Okay. All right. So let's take a look, my friend. All right. Ooh, 10 of Cups. Ten of Cups is a wonderful love card. This is the happy fulfillment, happy home and family card. So you have somebody that's either with you where it's going to be happy home and family, like the ultimate fulfillment, or you have somebody that's coming in that's going to bring that to you. Also, just so you know, the wisdom in this card is to look up to the heavens and be grateful for everything that you have, because that's only going to attract more things for you to be grateful for. So take the guidance in that. But yeah, it's a good omen. You got love coming your way if you don't already have it.
All right. Next one is for Alicia. Can I get a love card for Alicia?
Okay, Alicia. All right, new love is coming your way, my friend. We have the Ace of Cups. Wow, some beautiful energy in these readings. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is a new love. It could mean a renewal of a love from the past, but most typically 8 or 9 out of 10 times in a reading, an ace is going to be something new. So it's a beautiful new potential, and it is signaling that you have somebody coming in probably in short order. Aces are very fast cards. So I look for you to meet somebody, really hit it off, and you have all the potential to go the distance with an Ace of Cups. Yeah.
All right. And just want to shout it out one more time or another time. You may have noticed how easy it is to listen to Psychic Chip, and especially when you have a question that really needs answering. So when you go to CaliforniaPsychics.com, you're going to search up Psychic Chip, because that's a psychic that's going to be able to give you the best answers, as you've seen from today. I've seen it right before my very eyes. But Chip, what are your regular hours, and what's the best way to reach you on CaliforniaPsychics.com?
Yeah, so I take appointments. I offer appointments every day, Monday through Friday, typically 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time, with some breaks along the way. I also answer my offline messages. So look forward to catching you on one of those Monday through Friday.
Yeah, and the offline messages, just a reminder, it's like sending a DM, except if you'll be away from us. It's like, or I guess sending a comment on here, but away from us, away from all the other viewers. So much more private, but a very quick question and a very quick answer. Our next one, though, is going to be from Stephanie. Our next question, who is asking for a love card.
All right, Stephanie. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords could represent a person. This could represent the energy of a love connection. Knight of Swords is the fastest of all the knights. So this could be somebody that you meet that there's just like a really instant connection and things go quite fast. Be sure that it's not too fast. Take your time, slow down if this does represent the energy. A Knight of Swords as a person would be akin to almost like a bull in a china shop. So you might meet somebody that's head over heels for you, but they have a little bit of growth to do. So just be patient with somebody that's a Knight of Swords as a person. But I think that you actually have something coming your way, and that's just something I'm feeling psychically, not even in the tarot. So I think this is a person and an energy that's coming your way. So yeah, I think it's this is good for you, Stephanie. Keep me posted.
Awesome. Our next one is going to be from YouTube. This is Michelle asking just for a love card.
Yeah. So, Michelle, I have the Hierophant card that's been pulled for you. The Hierophant is a beautiful, spiritual, but traditional relationship. So, my sense is you're probably looking for a traditional, monogamous relationship, which is absolutely wonderful and beautiful, right? And you have somebody that's coming your way. They probably have some sort of spiritual perspective. They've done some healing along their way. Somebody that is a Hierophant could represent a spiritual practitioner, a reader, a healer, a Sunday school teacher, something that they have some sort of connection to the spirit world, and it will be evident in their energy. A beautiful traditional love relationship coming your way. So that's what's on the horizon for you.
Awesome. Our next one, getting through for another love card, is going to be from Stacy. Love card for marriage.
Okay, love card for your marriage. Ooh, 8 of Pentacles. This is all about taking it one step at a time and gaining mastery. Gaining mastery starts with me, myself, and I. So the best that I am in a relationship, the better my relationship will be. Same goes for your partner, you and your partner, Stacy. So what I'm seeing is that there's some work that needs to be done on both sides, right? It's a two-way street. And I think that it also says that there's abundance that's on the other side of that work. So it's not time to give up, time to work just a little bit harder, maybe focus on a particular area that sticks out that needs some work, whether that's communication or, whatever it may be. And I'd be happy to dive into that deeper with you if you'd like. But yeah, this is a good sign. On the other side of work is more abundance and love.
Amazing. And a great way you can reach him is just clicking the link in the description of the live stream you are watching right now. If you click that, you'll be able to pull up Psychic Chip's profile, the ability to send a question, book an appointment. But our next question is going to be from Serena, who is asking for a career card.
Okay, Serena, career card. Oh, Two of Wands. Two of Wands says that you are, well, first of all, you might very well be looking to the horizon and plotting and strategizing your next step. And if you are in the process of doing that, wonderful. If you're not yet, you might be. Two is also the number of options and contracts. So I have a feeling that you're probably going to have some options that are coming your way, and you're going to have a handshake agreement between you. And whether this is like, you stepping it up to the next level internally or looking outside, you and I can dive deeper into that. But it's a really good sign for manifesting, and you're attracting in something that's abundant your way, coming your way. Yeah.
Amazing. Our next one is going to be another career card, but this time for Teddy.
All right, Teddy. So let's see what's coming up for you in career. Okay, Six of Swords. If things feel a little wonky right now in the energy, this is a wonderful sign that they are going to get better. The Six of Swords can also indicate you moving on from something. So if the waters are troubled in a particular area and there's just no hope for them to become still and serene again, and sometimes the Six of Swords says that the guidance is for you to go find serene waters. And so however that applies to you, it's a good sign that things are going to be getting better. So absolutely going to get better with the Six of Swords. So hang in there. Hang in there.
Amazing. Our next one is going to be from Tana. We have time for a few more questions. So I do want to shout this out one more time before we get to these. Once again, if you've noticed, it's very, very easy to get answers from Psychic Chip, especially when he's in the zone. And if you notice, it means it's even easier to ask him questions whenever you need those answers. So to do so, and you need to get those answers, go to CaliforniaPsychics.com. You can click the link as a shortcut in the description of the live stream you're watching right now. It'll pull up Psychic Chip's profile, and you'll be able to book an appointment there. You'll be able to just hop on the call straight from there, or you can send him an offline message if you feel like kind of being a texter. All of this will be private, away from me, away from everybody else watching, and just for Chip and you to know. So once again, Chip, can you shout out your hours one last time for those who are wondering?
Yeah, so I'm on Monday through Friday, typically 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central with a few breaks. I do offer appointments, so if you want me one-on-one without having to wait in queue, book an appointment with me. And as you indicated, I do answer those offline messages or those DMs as well. So yeah, one way or the other, be happy to read for you.
Amazing. And Tana is now asking, sorry to make you wait, may I please have a love card? Person of interest is Dustin, but so if that helps.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the King of Swords comes forward for the relationship with you and Dustin. First of all, this could be saying that Dustin is in a King of Swords energy. King of Swords is somebody that's very logical, analytical, a little on the cold and aloof side sometimes, maybe disconnected from the heart. Swords are air energy, and I coach my clients. That's anything above the shoulder. So that's throat chakra, intuition, intellect, that's communication. So that's kind of the area where they're wanting to focus on you and Dustin. It could be indicating that he's a little pulled back and not as connected to his heart energy as they want him to be. But this also could be representing some guidance for you to really balance and tap into your divine masculine energy, which is action oriented, to not necessarily think about this from an emotional perspective, but think about like practically, what's the right thing for me? What's the right thing for us? Structured decisions. That's the King of Swords energy. So yeah, hope that's helpful, and we can dive into it deeper like I've told everybody else offline here. So yeah.
Amazing. Now, with about our full hour elapsed, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. If you did not get your question answered, we will be back next week at the same time with Psychic Delphine, but there are very pressing answers that I know y'all need. So for those, I need you to go to CaliforniaPsychics.com. If you want just a shortcut, click the link in the description of the live stream you're watching, because you're going to pull up a the webpage for Psychic Chip. You'll be able to book an appointment with him. You'll be able to just get right on the call with him if you do feel like waiting in the queue. But if you just have a very, very quick question, like you just sent one in the chat of the live stream you're watching, it's called an offline message on our website. It's like sending a DM. It's private. All of our questions are private. But enough of me talking. Chip, one more time, what's the best way to reach you on CaliforniaPsychics.com?
Yeah, so I'm on Monday through Friday for appointments. Also, if you have a special request or something that's urgent, reach out to customer service. Sometimes we can make arrangements outside of those hours, but for the most part, it's 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Book an appointment, hop in my queue, or shoot me a DM. I'd be happy to meet some new folks and read for you guys. So thank you so much, Carson, for having me.
No, thank you for being on here today, and a humongous thank you for our audience for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed, and we hope you enjoyed this little preview of Chip's abilities. So while you have some more pressing questions, make sure you go to CaliforniaPsychics.com and give Chip a call. Thank you for joining us today. Again, one last time, we'll be back next week at the same time with Psychic Delphine for another live reading. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.